for a lot of people. And Roy having a massive stand-up performance. Now, everyone kind of seen a star level out of the guy, and that was something we hadn't seen before. Come out
part of Mad Lions, yeah, he wasn't the star player of the team.
Bit more of a supportive element. So it's cool to see that Roy can get to that level, and I want to see if he can do it here in Engine, because it was a map he was able to show some good performances on back at the Major, and that's where they want to go again. Copenhagen Flames versus Sprout, finally getting underway here. Sprout starting on the T side of Ancient, and Copenhagen Flames are on the CT side. Get a kit and double flash here on Hooksy.
Well, the P250 in the hands of Slackster, so he's pretty good on the pistols. Let's see if he can make that come true. Barry's going to grab this B lane on his own, and happy to make a couple of footsteps here. Just want to make his presence noted. He's even been spotted out now, so Barry without any skins as well. Quite a madman. Boost shot up. Zyphon's in trouble here.
Well, Zyphon, he's just trying to draw the attention away to set up Nico does, but they check him, they hard check him, and Sprout are just cleaning up the pistol. Every single kill going their way. And Roy is the last remaining player coming back in to try and fight it out with the USP. It's a couple of quick shots there from Roy, and maybe even another chance towards Temple. He's being pushed from mid-side. There is a Redmond player of Berry charging in after him, but unneeded because Speedy's closed it out. So a good start here.
Nice hard clear from Speedy there on the toolbox as well, and then Slacks saves them on the pistols. He follows up with 3 big kills, locks them out of that potential retake, and grabs the first round in the favor of Sprout here. So this is a good start for them. Let's see if they can hold on. What are Copenhagen Flames going to address this problem with? Will it be an eco? Will it be a force? Currently no purchases coming on through, and as freeze time does transpire, it is just going to be the full eco. 5 USPs over towards A. Barry again defaulting towards B within the early stages. Now I'm curious, like, do they... Oh, they're just going to run. They might just run and push here, mate. They're all just running into Barracks' line of sight. Holds down the spam with the AK. Only gets 1 kill. Slash trying to mop up the mess. Able to pick up 3, and here's Rouse. He'll get the final kill, retain one of the AK-47s, and really no dramas. That was a quick eco. Copenhagen Flames made that fast for everybody at home. But now the buyer's coming back on in. The M4A1S is being equipped in full force, and the util alongside of that here.
Sprout can find this. They can call that a great start. We talked about 5. They found 2 already, and you talk about the importance of a T-sided pistol win here on Ancient. Well, Sprout got that and doubled it up, so Copenhagen Flames would love to try and shut that down early. Try and smother any potential fire that Sprout could get going. Good utility being thrown down here, but look at the forces of Sprout. They're mainly going towards A right now, and a Krieg in the hands. No one's here, really. They have 1 player spotting from afar of Hooksy.
Yeah, it is a bit of a retake setup, isn't it?
Throw nade on it.
Oh, well placed.
Yeah, it's very well placed. Does a bit of damage across 3 players. Not as much as I was anticipating. No secret about their amount of forces being put over here. You can see Copenhagen Flames now pushing down B. Just taking some of this ramp control back. Berry has actually got into the pocket without getting spotted, so I think he's going to be happy with that.
And they're rotating around the world here, so bomb back over towards T-Spawn. If Berry goes unaccounted for, could be a surprise as they do come through the door, starting to live forward, not clearing his corners. Berry gone, wow. Rouse 2, Yabi handles.
Oh, swings into the open though and goes down. He did so much work in those initial 2 kills. Cuts down the forces significantly here with Sprout, and now they have to start backing off. They have to start backtracking and thinking about a possible way into this round again. At the 35-second mark, they leave towards B. Think about going back to A, which is why they started this round, which is why they applied the initial pressure, but now they want to finish that.
Well, Nikodos, he's just going to play here behind the big box. 1 kill should be enough to stall this out, but he needs to get something done. He swings out wide. Spitty will take him. A great shot from Spitty here. Oh, 1 HP for Spitty.
A single health point. This could be pretty rough for him, but everybody's staying up. Everybody's taking damage though, and finally Hooksy coming in and cleaning it up. Easy as you like for Hooksy on the final kills. And that's Copenhagen Flames on their first round.
Okay, Yabi's double and Hooksy's triple. Easy as you like right there. And now that damage on that USP round is being felt because there's a couple of players who don't have enough cash money to buy. It looks like Berry's happy to quite literally just go with a P250 and util here. So they are going to purchase on through. Take 9 for Rouse. Marek is going to get into a Galil. But you can see Berry's actually doing quite an important job. He's holding all of the B lane on his own at the start. He's allowing the rest of his team to default over towards A main heavy. Berry just goes, drops a Molotov top ramp, a smoke up towards cave, a couple of flashes through, and it's just to make this look like a default. So Berry's not going over there to find kills. He's just going over there to condition this one early. You can see how quick he wants to now join back the pack Roy has no idea what's on the other side. He's going to use this as a little bit of a cheeky one-way look up and over, but unable to completely confirm it. And here we come in towards A. Zyphon's turn to deliver.
Difficult angle, but the flash makes it easier, and he will get spotted out and cleared effectively by Sprout. So they're going to commit to the plan. Hooksy, whoa, close to denying, but the spray goes over the top of the head. So Sprout now moving forward, some little intent towards Temple. Marix is taking the life of Nikotos. Luckily, a kill has come through from Yabi, but look at the amount of Temple control Sprout have into this post plan.
Well, that's a big nade towards mid right there, but not going to find a whole lot.
Very open towards Temple, gets tied up. He's still taking damage, eventually will be spammed down. Sprout still have a very good power position for the post plant, but the kills are coming through upon every single peak. Finally, Rouse makes a step forward. It's the double, the defuse inside of the smoke. Rouse makes sure that it is not pulled through, and Sprout with 3 on this attacking side.
Oh, they respond with a light buy, and I really like the theory of what they've gone for there. They took full Temple control, which forces that retake through less threatening positions, or at least more predictable ones, and it sets Rouse up for this little swing around the backlines here, using the spawn against them. 2 big kills on the Famous, and their Tech-9 comes out to find the tuck tail of Roy. And back down to the pistols here. Copenhagen Flames are in hot water early. Likely to concede number 4, as it is just 1 deagle for Zyphon. And this time round, Berry is actually going to push the issue. He has some teammates behind him. Spitty almost getting caught with the nade in hand, and that's a shot from Zyphon. 1. And is it done? Because they're pushing on in. Hooksy's been relieved from middle right now, and they're still pushing the issue. Zyphon's deagle can't find another shot.
Oh, it had a lot of opportunities, didn't it? But Berry is cleaning up. The Mac tank going in, and Berry even swings with a Glock. That's going to give him some confidence there. Berry getting a few kills picked up. Now we said 5 rounds. That's not bad. Now they're on 4 already.
Berry looks more than handy, right? He doesn't look out of place at all so far, and I really like the way that he's playing himself within this T side so far. Hasn't had any issues selling these kind of B default looks, and then there they actually use that utility he throws other side of the round to apply so much pressure behind. So at least painting this pretty picture, and then we go back into more of the same. Berry light towards B lane. Slacks to throw out mid util. They're going to push the issues through mid here.
Marix is swinging wide. Hooksy blinded, but still effective, and pulls Zyphon in to help him out. So they stop this initial mid push and get Sprout feeling a little rough about it. Look at that. Roy, looks back. Does he see Berry? Does. His feet. And Berry goes down. Oh, they're starting to look a little rough here for Sprout. They've taken initial damage, and they've lost a couple of players already, too.
So the gear shift was mid this time round, not just the A-main crawl. And denied at the door. Hooksy does a good job delivering that. Rouse is very, very low here. The bomb is still under their control, so that's not the end of the world. But we've seen Yabi go for these pushes before, being able to retain a lot of B lane control. Hooksy on the jiggle with the smoke in hand. And Slacks just actually dropped out his Glock here. So I think what he wanted to do with that sound cue was try and signal that the bomb could be over towards B, and maybe, just maybe, it's worked. Hooksy's come up and over. He's trying to investigate, trying to see what is on the other side. There's 50 seconds left. They are running out of options here, Sprout. And well, they didn't have many to begin with. Only 3 players left alive. Hooksy up on towards ledge. Delivers a simple one there. Converts onto Zyphon, the follow through onto Slacks, and it's just Spitty who does get a trade back, but he's in a 1-on-4 situation. Wow, a 1-on-5. Already found the first. Has a gap to work with here, you know, but time is a bit of a drama right now, and Zyphon in Donut, he will hear these steps coming, or should hear these steps coming. He's not looking. Oh, that was a chance for Spitty. Could have converted that one to plant. Oh. He's so worried.
Tries to draw them into the fight. 10 seconds left. Spitty can still plant. Absolutely does have the time to it, but getting into a position to compete from there is not going to happen. But getting the money, that's a big factor here for Sprout.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad whatsoever. Spitty can purchase. Slacks can do the same. I think it's going to be a little bit close on for a few. You can get Rouse there at 3.8. So they already purchased into a similar scenario like this before, Sprout. Will they do it again? It's still early stages of this game, and so far for Copenhagen Flames, it hasn't been consecutive rounds. So why not keep the foot on the throat? And they are going to start buying on in here. Slacks into the AWP. Mac 10 for Berry again. AK for Rouse and Spitty. And Marix could go Galil one more time. Work for him once. It's going to work for him again here. Deep B doors smoke being thrown out from spawn. We saw that in the NIP matchup too.
Yeah, just getting disrespected straight away, though. I like that from Sprout. They take control of the bottom of B. The nade goes in, but it doesn't really do a whole lot.
Notice the spam here from Roy.
Look at this from Copenhagen Flames taking control of ledge. Smoke, the same smoke put up for Roy. Nico Dawes is held off. The lurk on the other side by Speedy.
That's key. You mentioned lurk from Speedy. Well, he does the lurking role, so they will know that. Oof.
Oh, Yabby. Straight away to Marix, and now just at the ready, just to play forward to try and get in. And Barry has traded it out. Zyphon doing a good job, and Roy from the cave is just a power position. The flank was coming in, and as you mentioned, when you find Speedy on the other side of things, you can just completely converge on the B side of the attack. So 3 rounds now for Copenhagen Flames, and Sprout not really getting the bomb down there, puts them in the position where they don't have enough money to get a buy.
Yeah, it should be the 4th here for Copenhagen Flames now. Hard to see any type of investment coming through for Sprout in a situation like this. The buy bolstered on the other side. Diffuse kits are plenty, head armor for everybody. Plenty of util, no emissions in the purchase department. A Deagle and a P250. Barry's actually gone into the Deagle here, so show us what you got, Mr. Barry.
He's holding a little bit of a gap on this smoke at the door and actually tries to move alongside of it. Body shot onto Yabby, brings him down to 60 already.
Does Barry not have any skins at all? Maybe he sold them all when he went coach and thought, I don't have any need for this.
I don't need to play anymore. Yeah, maybe. This guy, he doesn't even have a knife. What's going on here? Everybody knows you play much better if you have a knife.
Yeah, don't get much more vanilla than this, but another smoke drop towards the door. I once played against Barry at a Gamescom event. It was when SK Gaming was Danish. Kaden was on the roster. Barry was there. They had Nico, the Nico from G2.
Wow.
Standing in.
Okay, that sounds just like a great tournament to watch back. I mean, Barry's been an integral piece, I think, to Danish Counter-Strike for a long time in terms of he's kind of fostered a few more of the talents coming out of the region. He's gone up against some of these young talents himself now. He's taken a couple of shots here with the Deeg in hand. He's held down towards the doorway. And down to 19. Eventually should be taken out of the round, no problem. When the scoreline will be tied up. He's still just walking around. He's got an AK now here, Barry. He's going to run away with that. Thank you very much for that. He's going to run all the way back to spawn.
I wonder if he is actually going to try and get the timing onto A here. He's going to get cut off at the pass.
Yeah, he's not ready for that knife out. Hooksy is ready though, and will take down Barry, and the scoreline will be tied up. Still, there will be a buy available here to Sprout to get rifles out.
It's crazy how Denmark have had so many individuals who have wanted to be leaders, or maybe they didn't originally want to, but then became. Like, you can think about them all like, we've got Hunden in the mix, obviously, the Voldemort of Counter-Strike. But realistically speaking, he did a great job in helping and bringing up a lot of talent. Same with Barry. We got MSL, we've got Carrigan, we've got Glaive, so we got Fetish. There's so many names that I could reel off in terms of in-game leaders.
Yeah, so many. And that's why the region is so strong. Now Roy as well stepping in to play. Hooksy and Roy, a couple of kills in the round. Good flash here from Nikodos. Sets up the peak on towards Barry. Spitty and Slacks, they are alone. And I mean, this round isn't completely unwinnable. They are split up, though. That's the problem here. They are severed off from one another. And Slacks might get caught upon the timing. He's looked back at the right time. And still, even though he was ready for the fight, couldn't beat Roy out. So in the end, it is Spitty who goes down in middle. And it's 5-4 as Copenhagen Flames have taken the lead.
Starting to look a little bit more cohesive now on the CT side. That's going to be their 4th consecutive round as part of this little claw back into the game. Let's see how long they can keep it spotless for. Sprout will be calling a tactical timeout just to have a bit of a conference because there's no coach behind them to confer with. They can just have the chat between...
There's one in the team.
Exactly, right? So they can even use the freeze time as well to have the chit-chat. This is a little bit extended for them, whereas over there for the Flames, they don't have that same luxury. I guess they'll take the luxury that they don't have their coach having to stand in for them here, but... does seem a bit unfortunate in back-to-back best-of-1 matches today. We have the asterisks of the coach needing to step on up to the plate and try and deliver. But as we've said, Barry's probably one of the better candidates to be doing exactly that.
Now, recently a player, but 5-4 as Copenhagen Flames want to try and stave off this 5th round attempt for Sprout. It is going to be difficult to stop them. They get into some winnable positions, but Copenhagen Flames AWP for Nikodos. Utility goes out for Hooksy to stop the elbow push forward. Now, these are the kind of rounds where that elbow push could be a possibility. We see NIP sometimes force that just to get a T round. You can go for the low buy and try and wrap your way through donut, out elbow, and disrespect the utility. Well, they are doing that just a little bit later in the round. And Roy, I'm sure he thought he was about to have an easy fight, but ends up getting taken out by the Tech 9. They can climb up on that ledge, try and get that gun back. And Hooksy, well, he's being peeked from the ledge itself and taken down low. So Yabby needs to focus up now because player's about to commit towards his choke point and he needs to hold it. It's only a single kill.
Well, they're in B. Barry's got a lot of space to work with here, pushing up fast. Nikodos might get caught with a bullet in the side of the head here.
It is rough right now for Copenhagen players to try and stop this one off. The plant attempt, they hop into cage, they're dropping back. What a wild call. Sprout running all the way back through middle. Zyphon hears everything. He can try and get back here in time, and he will beat them. He's towards Temple.
What a crazy call.
It's wild. It is absolutely wild. And it's getting shut down. Zyphon lining them up, 3 kills. Marek's trying to get away with the plant. He will do exactly that. Rifle on his back as well for the 1 versus 2, and Hooksy is low. Can he glean the kill? He can. Hooksy down. Now up against Nikodos to try and close this one out. The wildest call for Sprout. Does it get even wilder? It does. Marek's is wrapping around. He's leaving man and going back over to Donut. Nikodos trying to figure out where he's playing from. Nikodos taps. Has no idea how far away Marek's has gone. And now towards Donut, making a lot of steps and swings. Nikodos had the rifle out. Marek's didn't know if he was sticking it or not, so had to commit immediately into the fight and ends up losing it.
Huge round for Marek's there. 4 kills in total for him. Could have been the ace. Would have been a huge clutch to level back up the playing field here, but this was such a light purchase. Tech 9 for the immediate kill. The second was fantastic. Zyphon steps on out off of this wild call. But Marek's is able to find even more frags there on that picked up M4. Great round from him. Lots of damage done. A stressful scenario. And yeah, I'd be scratching my head about that call right there in the site. They could have planted, and they go around the world. Ahead of the play, Zyphon denies, and back underway as we go back into more of the standard play. Nikodos up and over. The run boost looking tidy here. Hooksy's found an incendiary kill on towards Spiddy, so not the way they wanted this round to start at all. Berry has been disparaged from going B, and they're coming into Zyphon again. He's already looking hot to trot. He gets one, and the second is traded out by Rouse now.
Oh, a transition. Berry here's a couple of these steps, but Roy ready for Berry to come out through elbow. Slacks. Oh, that's a bit of more of a deadly weapon to try and peek into. Roy goes down to the AWP. 2 versus 3. Copenhagen Flames maintain the advantage, but there's still a lot of time here for Sprout to maneuver, Chad. What's the call here in your head right now for Sprout? What's the opening?
I think they just want to wait and see if any more aggression comes their way here. If they work through mid together, they have a bit of utility available, 2 smokes, a couple of flashes, and a Molotov. And then if you wait, 15, 20 seconds and nothing happens, they need to take some space, but so does Nikodos. He's in the barrel. Oh, send the bullet to the face.
Yeah, Rouse, make sure he sees nothing more, but the flank from Hooksy, they're not reading it. They're not ready. Oh, no, that could have been awkward. Luckily, comes away with 1. But I think the sheer distraction from Slacks, he's just confused, bewildered in the open. Oh, that is gladly recovered, because that would have been bit of a stinker right there.
Yeah, we've had a couple of fluffs today. We had that Lexi B one in window that we witnessed right there, and that one from Hooksy could have been catastrophic. So 7-4, starting to establish a lead now. 3 rounds the difference in the favor of the Flames. But a buy is still available here for Sprout. They're going to purchase back on in. A couple of AKs, an AWP, a Galil. Lighter on util this time round. A bit of a change up. Spitty hoping he doesn't get burnt on out of the round here without having any exchange possible. Berry has a buddy this time, so not just on his lonesome to get this B lane control.
A little bit of burnt Berry there because he got tickled by the molly, and so the sound cue is made for Roy, who goes out for the peak. Good flash, though, keeps him back. Berry moving forward, still applying pressure, stepping now, making sound as he goes out towards ledge peak, and Hooksy. Information would have been passed on upon that peak, and he was ready to deal with Berry.
Hooksy's been pretty good in that donut position, taking those later, more jarring mid-fights here, just stalling out any of the crawls. So down a man again here early and no trade possible. They do get the space, so Red House might be where they want to linger. Yabby is up here though and has Nikodos alongside.
And they come through Yabby. Oh, easy.
Great screen.
Yeah, Spitty just walks right through to his death. It's like Elden Ring boss. You go through the mist, you just get smashed down. Shout out Dohachi. Shout out Launders. Elden Ringers. About 45 seconds left. Not a lot to really get out of this one, Sprout.
Just over there on that B stream as well, we'll give a bit of an update for everybody playing at home. Ents versus Spirit. If you haven't been keeping track of that one, it's a new Spirit roster. They still have Dexter, Chopper, and Magic in the mix, but they've added Patsy back from the Academy team that they had down there. And Siren is one of the newer names. Going up against Ents, who are just in the grand final of EPL. But surprisingly, again, they've gone towards a Mirage. We had this with G2 earlier in the day. It was not the map for them, where they got upset by Anonymo. And apparently Ents are happy to take this risk as well. So wanting to try their luck on Miragi. It tended to be a bit of a Spirit staple. And the round will transpire. Slacks to hold onto the AWP. And yep, he gets the kill onto Roy. So not denied after time. Could have been much worse.
Yeah, it could have been terrible.
Could have been Rouser's situation right now.
Could have been $200 left, yeah. Damn, that it's rough here for Sprout. I mean, I'm just happy they got a good start, chat, because if they didn't get these first 4 rounds picked up very early in the game, and this Copenhagen Flames came out swinging from the get-go, we could be looking at a dire situation for Sprout.
Yeah, well, let's see if they can work this AWP, right? Never the easiest, especially through a grey screen 10 seconds into the round. They will be denied at the doors. They are going to lob some utility over to try and buy some respect. Working on main is just Rouse on this trendy little Glock. He's invested all his kit and caboodle into a flashbang. So I think he wants to try and enable Speedy or be enabled by Speedy here. And that should keep at least one player on A plant. Nikodos is about to be blind. He's about to get pushed. If he dies to the Glock, that could be a big issue.
Oh, no scope. No scope on to Rouse.
No scope, no problems.
Yes. Well, Speedy and Marix, I couldn't help but chuckle at the fact that all of his money was spent on a flashbang. That's all he had money for. Couldn't even get a P250. Speedy.
Double ops.
No, has come through, and yeah, double ops for the recovery. If the overextension comes, Marix, the timing looks away. Still had the chance to come back, but finally his iPhone will close it. Spitty charging right back. I thought for sure he was going to go down there, but that's quick from Spitty. Now let's go back into middle. Maybe something out of this here for Spitty. He's going to hop up. Lots of noise being made. Ooh, decision to just drop the smoke here. Apply a bit of pressure there. Spitty is just going to try and come through it, at least spamming down. Oh, 35 seconds here for Spitty.
Going around the world, the time is going to be a bit of an issue, so maybe he wants to save as he starts to backpedal towards A. The bomb is unretrievable on the B ramp at the tippy top. And he will hold on to the big green to give that one over to Slacks in the next round of play. But poor Spitty might just be keeping that Tech 9 for his weapon of choice. 9-4, and the Flames have recovered this. Good to see one of the favorites picking up another win here. We've already had enough upsets for today, I believe.
We have had some ridiculous affairs this morning. If you missed it, well, you can go check out the results. But G2 having a bit of a nightmare at the start of the day. Tactical timeout needed here for Sprout. Update from the B string, currently ongoing versus Ents and Spirit. 6-5 as Ents are in the lead just by the 1 round. So that looks to be a competitive game throughout the day. I believe Marix was has been in Warsaw, at least training and practicing a little bit. Not sure if that's the current situation, obviously here in Bucharest now, but he's here with the side of Sprout. Glad to see at least the majority of the players have been able to make it here. Would have liked to have seen Ster. I think Sprout are always a decent little team to cause an upset on, especially on these days, right? You have the Swiss system, they all put in best of ones. Sprout are a team that can do some heavy prep. I remember seeing these guys, every time you get them in the opening day of a big competition, they would always cause a little stare, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I think in the best of ones where they could do some of their absolute best work. It is just unfortunate the situation at hand here, but let's see what they can salvage out of this half, right? Let's see, because if they can get to that magic number of 5, like 4 is not even too bad if they do get that pistol conversion.
Well, Yabby. Oh, Flash goes over the top. He's blinded, and still, I don't know how, but he's got away with it. The Flash again, Marix. Oh, luckily takes one. It would have been an absolute disaster if every kill had gone that way. And the skirmish towards the A side of things, Spitty able to get one, but his teammates are falling like flies, getting swatted down.
It's actually quite annoying to play against Flames. They push a lot, right? Hooksy's pushed through middle a lot here. That fight going on in A main and the push following through there. They're just making it very jarring. They're allowing you to try and establish, and then they're just taking the fight too. So backing themselves in a lot of these environments here.
Yeah, they aggravate you, it feels like.
Just 2 to find, and Yeah, as we mentioned, pushing. Well, Nikodos is going to continue to do that. Slow and steady wins the race. The AWP crawling down. And how long will this line be held? Slax starting to doubt, but hits the shot. It will confirm his position. Rotating on over now. Hooksy to come join the party alongside of Roy, who has just been maintaining this cave control. Hooksy calling mid clear. U2 now being dumped on out, but still no sound cues behind this to follow on through. That smoke will land in the mouth of the cave, but if they don't get a move on, it will start to transpire before they make their way into the site. Creepy crawly on their way up. Spitty hoping that Roy's looking the other direction here.
Well, Roy is fixated upon the one entrance point, at least was.
The timing.
The timing is horrible. Roy, he's about to go down.
Oh,
no, they missed their chance, and now Roy alerted to it. He's on high alert, calling his teammate back. Roy's going to try and play with a pillar. He can draw them into the cross, and Hooksy, he's got the pick. 7 seconds left. Slacks misses the shots. They had every opportunity there, but Roy gets away with murder. 10 rounds now for Copenhagen Flames.
He needs to be counting his lucky stars a little bit right there. It felt like the timing was perfect for him until it wasn't, and then the bullets just not landing in the back. So an opportunity for Sprout to win out that 2-on-3 situation just slips on by, and they will have to force by into this final round of play here too. Galil's a MAC-10, a Deagle for Slacks, and an AK for Marix. This Spy is going up against the full purchases for the Copenhagen Flames. Can they make it 11-4? 9 rounds consecutively now for this defense. Can they make it 10? Let's see. Argy Barge, Spitty dead. They're into B. Yabby with 1.
Yeah, Yabby playing around the pillar, dancing, trying to swivel around it, just gets the 1. They're held back in cave for the time being, and that avenue of approach has been opened up by Marix. Pushed down long side. Flash is coming in, boost over the top. Do they see Marix? They can't spot him right now. Smoke is keeping the screen nice and grey.
Nade will do the work.
Yeah, gets caught by the nade instead, and Rowles fills up his position instead. He's got the Galil here, and he's going to get hard swung by Zyphon. It puts Slacks into the clutch alone. He's down on the ramp, and Nikodos just rips his head right off his shoulders.
All right, well, that is going to be 10 consecutive rounds here. So Copenhagen Flames mounting quite the defense as part of this one. Slathering up a nice, tasty lead as we turn our attention now to the attacking side of the Flames. And to try and defend this one is going to be Sprout. If you are just joining us, maybe you've missed the little asterisk there is not here. Barry is standing in the coach of the team.
This is the swing out from Zyphon, the nade that really closed it. Sprout had plenty of chances, I think, throughout this one to make something of it, but just couldn't quite get it. So 11-4. And if they don't get a pistol start here, Chad, how negative is this looking?
Well, it's already not looking good, but it's really looking much, much worse. And yeah, this pistol almost feels integral right now. They had a great pistol on that T-half, right? Slacks gets multiple kills with the P250, the hard clear as well. Look at this. Aggressive towards A main with a couple of bodies right now. Glocks to greet the bomb. Spotted bomb loose already. Slacks has 1, and he wants something more. Spitty's here to back him on up, and the bomb is down in main.
Yeah, they've got control of it. Copenhagen Flames now have a mission, impossible really, to try and get through that smoke and run down the time and get the bomb back. Well, there's 3 players now occupying A main, so Copenhagen Flames have only got 3 players. The 4th is now joined for Sprout to watch Donut, so this is looking very good for Sprout at the start of the second half.
This is a miserable situation. They're all going to swing and fight. They want a biff in this.
Yeah, they got the molly that's going to clear out that close corner. That at least forces them further back, but they need all the kills. They need it quickly. Nikodos is good for 1, but everybody else stepping up. Nikodos still doing some work eventually. Will get taken out, and the straight-up head-up fight goes Sprout's way. They have the start in the second half, and potentially a little bit of a chance to make the scoreline respectable and start piecing some rounds together here on the CT side.
I like the way that they handled that as well, right? A lot of teams would have just sat on back, but they've actually just brought the fight their way. You can see the B-Stream update 8-5 now for Ents. Starting to get a little bit of a lead over there on Mirage, and Slacks again with some big impact on the pistol round. It's the opening kill. The bomb gets dropped super, super deep within main, and that looked done and dusted. It is going to be a similar approach from Flames. They did this almost exact thing on their CT side, but they rushed with USPs into main. This time they're rushing with Glocks, and they get to the precipice, and then they drop on back. So lots of steps heard. Berry, he's pushing. He's going to hard clear the pocket and sees the shoulder. Roy goes down, and Berry gets his 5th kill here as maybe it's just about siphoning through some of this CT utility right here, right now. There's head armor on all the players of Sprout, so it won't be easy to make these blocks get anything done. And Barry going aggressive again, gonna pad his stats here. Might even get the ace from Barry. Look, one more kill. Barry with the ace.
Barry getting his stats up now. That's what you love to see. Firing up the coach, stepping in as a stand-in, getting the ace, making his HLTV run look a little better there. Barry farming up some kills. Sprout, they've got another round picked up.
Actually quite important. He gets all those kills and he immediately gets an AWP into the hands of Slacks. That's something they might not have had otherwise here. So that is actually very, very tidy. 5 frags, MP9, lots of money, and a dropped AWP. So that's impact and a half right there from Barry. Let's see how well Slacks can wield that. Zyphon looking for the extinguish. He will get it, but the deeper molly holds them at bay for now, so they can't get a move on if they wanted this mid control. See 3 T-side smokes dispersed, 1 to extinguish, 1 donut, and 1 top mid, so they want to push forward. They want to take control of this. The cutout molly comes on through, and Zyphon is going to get parked towards this mid box on the fade right now. Did Jabby spot him?
Jabby is putting pressure on it. Slacks has missed the shot, and so Spitty has taken the brunt of the damage, but he's still alive. And so Yabby can't focus on the off. On the stairway, now Yabby's in a pretty uncomfortable position. Rowls is moving out of Donut to try and capitalize upon the distraction, and Rowls has made it work perfectly. 2 kills picked up for Rowls, and reply now for perhaps Hooksy as he pushes out towards A. Bomb has been left back in mid. If he gets this Donut kill, perhaps this round is on again. Back to the 3v3. Spitty mortally wounded. And there's still quite a bit of time here. We just move under a minute. It is going to be the play forward for Roy in towards B. Barry's over here.
Oh, he might just push into this. Barry was flirting with the idea of playing for some info. So dropping back now. Roy can hold on to this. He still has a smoke and a Molotov to work with here. Hooksy has no way back, right? Hooksy has to stay and deliver and just walks on out. Slacks gets absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, absolutely deleted by Hooksy. Roy is still on B. They still have all the options available, but that bomb is making its way towards A. It's Spitty. He's got around the backside. Hooksy's gone down. Nikodor's starting to consider now, what is the move? Roy has found the head of Barry. That draws the last player over towards him, and Spitty is caught off. Oh, the swing out from Roy, the low HP of Spitty. It's a perfect combination for a 12th round. And Copenhagen Flames, they work it. It gets a little close. It gets a little scary at times, but Copenhagen Flames have to thank Hooksy for that proactive play out A.
Yeah, massive stuff from Hooksy there, right? This is the double from Rouse. They wanted them to push top mid, and they get away with it. I cannot believe Spitty survived that long. Hooksy taking out Marix. It forces the rotation. That shot onto Slacks was bloody huge. And poor Spitty is retaking the wrong bomb site. Doesn't realize he was in the right place at the right time. A force buy in now from the Sprout boys is they try and hold on to this. Couple of M4s, a FAMAS, a P250 in the hands of Barry. Lots of util mid. They want to fight this. I think they want to push on through. They're coming.
Yeah, they're sending it right down into Yabby. Ralph has collected the first life, and Zyphon's only managed 1. Luckily elsewhere, Roy's done good work, and they find Riles as he tries to retreat behind the smoke. It is unfortunate for Sprout to be down a player again. Marix is pushing towards A. Hooksy's aware of it, but Marix still bests him in the duel. And he holds on for Roy's play forward, and now Nico does into the clutch in a 1 versus 2.
He's worked out where the gap is here, so he's going to make it all the way mid donut to A. Should be able to get the bomb down before Spitty is able to combine from CT spawn. He's low on HP, so wants to be a little bit sketched out about this. Doesn't want to get a move on too quick, and Marix is running all the way through B. Do they even know which site the bomb is planted at yet?
Oh my, it takes them so long to figure it out. Confirmation now. But that's buying a lot of time here for Nico Dawes and puts a bit more pressure on the Sprout. Smoke goes on to the bomb. Nico Dawes holds for the donut extension. Tap on the bomb puts pressure now, but no, he sees no one's on it. Smoke isn't good enough. Nico Dawes just plays some big box and now sees the other victim. Hasn't been able to take the kill. Peek it now. Deep is being stuck. Brings down Spitty. Time is ticking. Time is too low, and Marix has to concede. It's the clutch for Nico Dawes as he plays it to perfection, drawing the time down.
Poor Marix goes down with the bomb there as well.
Oh, that's just the worst case scenario. Everything that could have gone wrong has.
It's such a scrappy game. There's fights going on all across the map simultaneously here. You saw how many players from Sprout there pushed through those mid smokes. Rouse again with multiple frags over towards middle. They're trading back and forth, and it ends up in a Nikodor's 1-on-2 situation. Does pull it across the line, does set his team up for what should be the 14th round. Sprout finding themselves just down to these pistols again. And this is not the place you want to be here. The opening matchup for the Flames looking to go their way. Just 3 more away from doing so here. And 1 man. Oh, it's a K push. It is a K push indeed. This Mac 10 Hooksy might sing on out. They've been stalled. They've been forced back by the utility. They're going to swing anyway. Yabby's taken down that Spitty and Zyphon, it's his turn to make mincemeat in the cave position. 3 frags. Roy wants the, well, 5th and final, but Barry says no. Zyphon will get that one indeed. And 14-6, just 2 more now.
Yeah, Copenhagen Flames, no secret about how good they've been today. It is fantastic to see this team coming out strong again. And they should be beating up on a team with a coach as their standard. They're looking to book their tickets to the major. And if you want to join them, you can do so now on screen. QR code, scan it with your camera on tablet or phone device. And you can buy your tickets to head to Antwerp in Belgium. Great location, lots of food, I'm sure, lots of beer, lots of Counter-Strike as well, coming up in just a few weeks' time at that major. But Sprout, they've bought up into some rifles. A lot of utility out here. Roy is committing through the B lane. He's actually going very quick into this. And Spitty, gets at least one before going down to Zyphon. And information picked up for Zyphon. There has to be one towards Cave. So that's information passed on to the B long play of his teammates coming up ramp. Barry swinging in to try and stop this, try and plug the hole, but hasn't been able to get there in time. Slacks on the crossover, has in fact found Hooksy. So bomb is loose. Copenhagen Flames down a player.
They should be able to get the bomb down here and start to fortify this into the post plant. This should be a kill for Yabby, but Rouse, fantastic in mid again. The back pedal, the shot, and it's a 2-on-4.
Good awareness there from Rouse. Puts Nikotos and Zyphon into a very difficult position. Yes, they've got control of the site, but they're deciding to go aggressive. Nikotos couldn't get it. Slacks will take him out. And just Zyphon.
Gonna try and spam on the defuse
This
here.
could be interesting if he can do this. A little bit more to the right. He's not really lining it up too perfectly right now, and that defuse can be stuck. Shots going through. Marix actually finds it. And around defused and around picked up. It is Sprout on 7. Halfway there now to the comeback.
Yeah, trying to get funny with it there was old Zyphon, and why not? We know that those are paper thin now. Just couldn't land the shots in the appropriate direction, but there's cash to splash in most of the members. It's just Roy at 3.3. The rest can purchase on up, no dramas. That kill from Rouse, just the awareness there to take out Yabby from the plate. But not having the lineup correctly noted was old Zyphon there. And, well, they are going to buy back in. Roy into a Mac 10, the rest with those AKs. Roy over towards B. We're going to see Yabby and Zyphon heading towards middle early here. And middle's been where Rouse has done some great work here.
Oh, Yabby creates the opening for Copenhagen Flames. And for Sprout, you've just found your opportunity. You've just got another round on the board. To go down immediately after would feel like a sinking ship. Marix has got Rouse alongside of him in the donut to try and bolster the defense here as Nico does. Starts to play into the clock sign calls. It's one for Nico does. Most of the kills going Sprout's way, and Nico does continues to be a one-man army towards that area of the map. But
so
Hooksy,
quick.
again, just taking control of the tempo. Barry not ready for the sheer speed of it all. And Roy on the other side of the map doing what he does best, closing out the round. A 15-7 scoreline, one away from Copenhagen Flames taking their opening here in Bucharest.
Always a nasty lurk coming out in players, and they're just making sure they're filthy across the map here. An absolute nuisance in all of these lurky boy maneuvers are the Flames. Hard to deal with, hard to stop, hard to account for, and, well, hard to swallow right now. 15-7, one more round required. 5-7 in the hands of Marix here. Rifles for the rest. We do still have the Ents game going on against Spirit on that secondary stream. If you want to go catch that action when this one is done, the next draw should be coming through shortly. There'll be 4 more best to ones on either stream. That'll be for the 1-0 and 0-1 columns to set teams up for either elimination, progression, or in the 1-1 limbo column here. Barry bides his time, hits the shot. Zyphon down, they've lured them in. He needs another one here, Barry, but just can't steady the aim.
Yeah, it could have been great there for Barry. Still good enough. One. Hooksy actually might get slipped around the backside. He goes back and considers the play, but a little bit too late. And Raul's close. I'll take out Hooksy. They've now moved forward, being proactive in this post flank. Copenhagen Flames don't want to just sit down and be susceptible to getting pounced on. They move and take control. Fluid movement here on this T side, but they've been taken out by the 5-7. There's now Roy and Yabby trying to close against the 4. Oh, Sprout still up. Now just Roy. Has got the bomb planted for him in the headshot. Denies the defuse for the time being, but Spitty quick reactions to push into Cave. And defuse will be stuck here from Marix. Hasn't got the kit in his back. He's holding it. He is going to be close here. He's going to pull it down as close as he can get it. And just about on the final tick, it is pulled through for Sprout's survival.
Yeah, that one right there. If he gets that kill onto the diffuser a second or two later, then the follow-up on the defuse might have been even further from that. So a little bit unfortunate for Roy on that spam attempt. But covered off indeed. And It's been a team effort so far for the boys from Copenhagen Flames. 18 kills for Zyphon and Roy, 17 apiece for Hooksy and Nikodos, and 16 for Yabby, as they'll take a timeout here on the Copenhagen Flames side of things just to get this one closed on down. They bought into an AWP. Just want to talk this one through. A full buy coming out on the other side. It's been quite good for Sprout on those B retakes. They've been able to get away with it in a couple of rounds here. Looking comfortable. It's been when Hooksy gets that space over towards A that things start to become a bit more of a question mark. And now they do have a few kids coming into the next round. So we won't have to worry about how nail-bitingly close it will be. Or maybe we do. Let's see. Into the freeze time now. Starting to tick on down. And Nikodos is into that AW. You can see that purchased on up. Now, maybe they've taken this time out to discuss what they want to buy around this. Because when you have the AWP in play on the T side, how are you going to set Nikodos up? Where do you want to allow him to search with the AWP? They've got some MAC 10s. They've got some AK-47s and quite light util, so it might be a little bit of a slower approach here. I know that seems counterintuitive with those MAC 10s, but you want to allow the early CT utility to be burnt through. Just contact A here. This is a good position to set up the AWP of Nikodos, but a hard position to clear of Marix unless he oversteps the mark. They can molly him.
He's deciding to change up his position and get back into Temple. Flash out mid, or smoke rather, of Hooksy. Nico Dawes creeps up closer to the site. The transition from Temple to the big box again for Marix has been undetected. Nico Dawes, oh, whoa, that must have been a quick flick there from Nico Dawes. Back down onto Marix. Yabby has slipped his way out middle, could cut off rotations. Is now Copenhagen Flames set their sights on the A site. They're worried about Donut for a good reason. There is a player still in here, Rouse, trying to cause some problems. They confirm that now. Hooksy holds the ledge swing out. Slacks is there, but they're not ready. They are absolutely not ready for Yabby. He needs this kill. He needs both. But Barry swings out instead to the instantaneous trade. They sent the donut play with a bomb in. And so Nikodos has to try and get into it with an AWP to go through a smoke and donut. There's not a lot of time here for Nikodos to win this one.
He can go around top mid, come back in through the red house to take this fight. And because they've smoked off one choke point here, he maybe doesn't have to worry about them getting away from this situation. Close left to clear, 18 seconds now. Scope should have been noted. The Molotov in is going to flush them forward.
Oh, missed shot. Rouse brings him down. Rouse is the key player there. 3 kills in this round. Just maintains control of Donut. Never allows them the space to feel comfortable to put the bomb down.
Yeah, a little bit curious there to run into Donut like that. I guess they wanted to make sure that they had an easier go of things, but not to be the case. They lose the bomb, and 2 rounds within this T-half so far from the Flames. The bomb has been committed in positions that it's almost a lock for the CTs once it's dropped. Was an A-main on the pistol round that they lost it, and this time around losing it over towards Deep Donut. So right now scratching their heads. The Sprout look good to set this up to double digits. A Deagle for Nikodos, the best weapon for the Copenhagen Flames attack to work with here. It's going to be Glocks for everybody else as the nades ring out across the server. Barry looking for some control of long here. Doors are smoked, flashed on forward, calling it clear. Absolutely nothing to report.
Just taking a slow one here, Copenhagen Flames. They want to close it out as soon as possible. You don't want to let Sprout back in on the CT side. Jump up, Marix. Shown, I've been pretty impressed by Marix today. I think he's got great mechanical skill. That headshot displaying some of it. At this point for Copenhagen Flames, just draw out as much as you can. Drain the economy. See if you can maybe overrun Berry. Now that is a player you might try and counter here, but the problem is, look how many players are right behind him.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. If they were to take down Berry, they then have to hit a Scorcher on Spitty and then have to deal with Slack. So yeah, I don't think that is even going to be on the docket right now. 3 more to find. They will have to go on down. Just trying to play over the top of this door smoke. You can see there the line being picked on up by Nikodos, but he's already passed. He's already close. Another smoke, and they will just have to go through and die. There's the sound cue. How many more can Barry get?
Well, Barry lines them up. It's 2 for Barry. Runs out of ammo, pulls out the USP, and Barry shuts it down for 4. Great stuff here for Barry, farming up the ecos. Just what you love to see.
So far, the best coach performance we've had out of the 2.
Yeah, Barry looks like he's having a great time. He looks like he's loving it. I'm sure he didn't think he'd be playing at an RMR anytime soon.
It's so much more fun being in the server, and I would say maybe less stressful. Because as a coach, you just have to sit there and watch all the decisions going by. As a player in the server, you can maybe put a stop to some of the crazy hijinks that you see going on down. But still, 5 more consecutive rounds required. Yabby's out mid.
He's very quick out middle. Yabby quickly removing Spitty's life. The advantage for Copenhagen Flames as they swing into the open. Yabby rattles a couple of shots. Oh, gets caught. Rouse removes Yabby's life, and now we move forward. Roy looking to decapitate a few, but they've got a lot of space down in the site here, Copenhagen Flames.
Oh, they're pushing very aggressively here to cut off this rotation. Bomb to get planted now.
Swing into Roy. Oh, just one. Very quick trades here from Sprout. They're keeping it very close indeed, and through the smoke they even find another, and this looked competitive up until the blink of an eye. Now Nico Dawes is stuck back on the ramp, and 3 players still coming back in towards him. How does Nico Dawes stay up with this? They're going to smoke him off as well. Everything that could go wrong for him.
Oh, it's deep.
Oh, it's very deep. He's in front of it. Okay, this now gives a bit of a chance to Nico Dawes. I think they realize, okay, that smoke's a little off. Let's throw another one. He's got a lineup here. He's got to close. He's going to draw the time as much as he can. He needs to spam now. He's not going to actually get any bullets to land, and so, under pressure. Will get away. But yeah, it felt like one of those bullets should have landed at least, but very, very quick kills there for Sprout.
He doubted his crosshair placement, didn't he? Looked
yeah, he
well
did,
and truly on there initially, but then peels it away. And look,
I thought he was buying the time to like make sure there was limited time when you get him off the defuse.
Yeah, then just doubted himself, but had the right call there. But this is starting to become a bit of an issue now because every time they make it into B and they get the bomb down, it's just a retake coming in from Sprout. They have no issues retaking this side. They've done it a couple of times now. A double orb setup now being established between Slacks and Marek. The scoreline only 4 rounds until we could get this one into overtime. And it would be very curious to see this one go to overtime. Copenhagen Flames have been in control of this game for the majority of it. They obviously lost both pistol rounds. That is a big component of why the scoreline looks like this. But it's been 4 consecutive rounds now for Sprout on this defense. And maybe even a 5th here. Gabby did a good job getting out mid early, but this up close and personal positioning, I thought they would have been able to deal with this rotation point coming on in. It was quite heavy through spawn. It's going to be 4 Tech 9s around this saved AK-47 of Nicodos here. They got plenty of util to work with. Think about some of the key gun rounds for Copenhagen Flames as well. It's come off of like big plays from Hooksy over towards A, taking space, but it might just be a B rush here, you know?
It might just be a quick B. Just send it up, put pressure on Berry, take him out with a Tech 9 and create space and panic perhaps here for Sprout. They're onto the site already, Copenhagen Flames.
Can they retake again? This wouldn't be the first time we've seen this. I've just been singing their praises for it, but now it's a double AWP retake. Slacks and Mareks to get back into play with these. The bomb is already planted. They have a long way to go. They're trying to boost up over, give themselves a way in. There's a kill. There's a chance. There's an opportunity. They need to make this work.
There's still a player in cave right now. Spitty is playing close. He's got the rifle. Starts to realize the time is limited. His teammates are coming up the ramp. They're barreling back into contention here with Slacks has found a kill on Hooksy. The numbers are starting to dwindle here for Copenhagen Flames, but Yabby, the secret weapon from Cubby, finally taken out. It's just one for him in that spot. Tapping the defuse this time. It's just holding it. I don't know if there's time for this. There's definitely not now. Roy has closed it out. Copenhagen Flames will take their first win here in Bucharest, and they close this closer matchup with a quick B rush.
Yeah, it got really chaotic there to the final moments. I thought another retake was coming on through, but just not enough time on the bomb. Denied, couldn't get through cave, couldn't get through spawn. Wrapping around the long way here, and they're happy with that one. Copenhagen Flames are picking off their campaign with a win over Sprout. And yeah, they should be content with that. They're now in the 1-0 column, ready and raring to go and take on whoever lies next for their later game of the day.
Yeah, well, the